Good day, everybody, and welcome to today's episode on my YouTube video series. And today, in episode 51, I'm going to be covering about a new service that I'm providing to owners of R&F Princess Cove in JB. Now, if you are an R&F Princess Cove owner, I think this video is for you. If you are not an R&F Princess Cove owner, I think it's a good video for you to understand how property management will work in Malaysia. So I have started up a new company called Good Life Real Estate, and Good Life Real Estate is going to be a business. It's going to help property owners in R&F and to manage your properties to ensure they have a better rental income, more efficient property management. So before I go into the details, let's start this video with the usual introduction on myself.
Director of Alpha Marketing at Ryan.
Speak in Iskandar, Malaysia. So my name is Ryan. Nama saya Ryan, saya dari Malaysia.
6,000 incoming supply in Johor. This is
I am writing thank you for attending today's presentation on Iskandar, Malaysia.
So my name is Ryan Khoo and I'm a Malaysian. I'm a property investor both in Malaysia and Singapore. I own real estate in both Singapore as well as Malaysia. I've been a property investor for a long time, also a property agent as well with ERA in Singapore and Malaysia. So I've been a speaker for many real estate topics relating to JB properties, Malaysian properties, especially Iskandar. I've been a property guru, ST Property, HProp. I've written articles for them as well. I've been on stage with many big property figures across the past decade or so. I've been doing real estate since 2007, so a long time. So a lot of my time also I spend managing my own real estate. But in today's topic, I'm going to cover a topic which is property management in R&F Princess Cove. Now, my most recent video, which is about R&F Princess Cove Phase 2. Now, many of you know that I like this project because I think it's a good property, whether you're buying for retirement or buying for investment, right? This is an option. And I recently did a video where I did a walkthrough on Phase 2. Now, Phase 2 R&F just recently got keys. A lot of owners should be in the process of getting their keys now. You probably collect keys in May, or if not May, then it'll be June, or not June, it should be July latest, right? But around this time frame, many of you getting keys. If you're not aware of how R&F Phase 2 looks like, do go and visit my YouTube, take a look at this video, my walkthrough video, to get a feel of how Phase 2 looks like. Now, Phase 2 is quite nice. I think it looks nicer than Phase 1, especially the facilities area is a lot more open, looks more high class. I know some of you maybe don't like Phase 1 very much because you feel that Phase 1 is a bit more, the Cantonese are a bit zap, right? But in Phase 2, I think definitely looks a lot better. So for those of you who want to change your mind, you can contact me and I go and bring you to see Phase 2 one round if you want to see how Phase 2 is like. Because we got keys ready, so we can actually bring you up to see Phase 2 units. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about Good Life Real Estate, which is a company I've just recently set up with a partner, Benjamin O, who I've featured in my recent videos. Now, Benjamin and I have started this company because we want to do good property, quality, professional property management services in R&F. So you can visit my website, www.goodliferealestate.my, as you can see here. And this website should also give you the same information that I'm sharing with you on this video today. In case you forget, you can go to see this website. You can also contact me at my phone numbers, my Malaysia phone number here and my Singapore phone number here, in case you want a private discussion, right? And also, or drop us an email at hello at this email over here. So basically, we're doing property management services for R&F. Okay, now I'm going to go into detail. What does this mean? Okay, so congratulations if you are a Phase 2 owner, right? You are now an owner of Phase 2. You're finally going to get keys for your unit. Now, basically, why do you need a property manager? Let me explain. Because number one, what will you do? We'll help you with key collection. So on the day of your key collection, either myself or one of my partners or my staff will be there with you at the key collection day to walk you through what you can do next with your property, right? Normally, the first thing that we do is defect check, right? Because that's the first thing. For R&F, there are some apps that they ask you to download to do the defect submission. So we will help you with that. We'll do that for you for free. We'll also help you with the follow-up of the defects for free, right? Developer has to fix all the defects within 1 month. But anyhow, if you're not in JB offered, you need somebody on the ground to help you do defect checks. So we will be there for you. We'll do this for you. So that's the key, number one thing, key collection, defect check. Number two is, of course, furnishing and renovation. Now, speed is key. I put it in my brochures over here because you want to be rent out your unit as soon as possible to get the best price when the rest of your competition have not really appeared yet. So it's very, very advisable, especially if your defects are not a lot, to faster finish the unit right? I'll talk more about furnishing later, so you can find tenant faster, put the unit into the market faster, right? And then we also help you with the furnishing, right? We do have furnishing packages here, one-stop shop, everything provide for you. Otherwise, you have to do it yourself, right? Do it yourself, or you have to deal with multiple subcontractors or service providers, so it's a lot more troublesome, right? So it's easier to just appoint one person, the property manager, to do it everything for you. And we do provide such furnishing packages. It is quite necessary to have furnishing. No furnishing, you very hard to find tenant in R&F. I'll explain to you later more details, right? And of course, having the unit furnished earlier, the next thing that we do is of course to give it to the property agents. We have our own property agents. In fact, Ben, my partner himself, is a property agent, but we do work with many property agents who are focused on R&F to find a tenant. So we already know who these agents are. They can be from my agency, they can be from other agencies. As long as they're focused on R&F, we do give out the agents to go and find the unit faster. So because they're specialized, we can get the tenant quicker. Also important is a quality tenant, right? Number 4, also we help you bill payments. So once you have a tenant, right, there are things to pay like property taxes, maintenance fees, right? We also help you manage the tenant in terms of the whether tenant pay rental on time, right? We actually monitor. I'll explain to you the actual process when we meet up. So we actually monitor tenant rental collection, follow up with tenant, how to pay. We even send them a payment link via email so they can click on the link and pay, so they don't forget. Okay, and make it convenient for tenants to pay, right? Yeah, make sure they pay water, electricity as well. We do have an office in R&F. We've actually identified the site. We're going to start renovations soon once we get the keys. I think we're just pending some process, some paperwork. We should have an office ready towards the end of Q3 or early Q4 this year, where you can visit. It's not just for the landlords, right? This office is also for the tenants, right? So tenants can also come to us whenever they have issues in their tenancy, right? This is meant to be a common area where everybody can meet and discuss things, right? And also as a actual retail front to all landlords and tenants, right? So I'll talk about co-living and homestay later. These are options that some people may be wondering, right? Later to try and maximize your returns. Co-living or homestay / Airbnb are some options for you. As I mentioned earlier, tenant management, right? Tenant in the middle of the night, water pipe broken, light not working, okay, a door cannot open, right? These are things that we do. So I do have a full-time staff based in R&F, right, to manage tenants and their queries, right? So of course we try to minimize this. Don't disturb the owners, right? And then of course you get all these so-called monthly updates from us on the progress of the unit, and if there's anything unusual, then we need to tell the landlords, right? So of course, also as one of the owners, right, we'll create our own community. So we do have a owners community situation where all the owners in R&F we will put into a giant either a WhatsApp channel or a WhatsApp group where all owners can also freely communicate with each other, and we also share market information about R&F, other ongoings about Johor or the property itself that might be interest to you as a landlord. So these are all the services we provide as a property manager, right? So this is the main key things. So the next question that you have is, how much do our services cost? So basically, as a property manager, if you skip to the bottom table, our fees are 1,200 ringgit per annum per property, right? So it's actually basically only 100 ringgit a month, not even 30 Singapore dollars a month for us to do this for you. But if you do take any furnishing package with us, we do give you the first year free. So the idea is that since you have to furnish anyway, because without furnishing you cannot find tenant, right? So if you do the furnishing first, you try our services for the first year free, right? We want to show our sincerity, to show you that we can really do the job, and you find that we really value add to you. If we don't value add to you, then second year you can choose not to have a manager or change managers. It's up to you, right? But we want to give you the first year free if you take a furnishing package, so that you can really see the value. And as I mentioned earlier, right, these are all the services that we provide to you, right, as a property manager for you, right? So property management fees, right? Of course, as furnishing package, as I mentioned earlier, right, you will need to furnish, which I'll talk more in detail later. Co-living also I'll talk more in detail later. And of course, if you don't have a property manager, of course you can do everything yourself, right? As an owner, you do not need, it's not mandatory to engage a property manager, but you basically have to do everything yourself. Then you say, Ryan, will the property agent do these things for me or help me? Yes. So property agent will cover some parts, like for example, finding a tenant. Property agent probably won't do furnishing for you. right? Or if they do, they very chin chai do lah. They don't do a very good job at it, or they do basic stuff only. And property manager will, a property agent probably don't really manage tenant very well. Also, they probably help you in the beginning, but later on, usually most property agents do not do property management properly. All they do, they charge. All they do for you, but they also charge, right? It will not be free. So basically, it's better to engage a proper property manager. So property manager and property agent are two different things, are not the same thing. They do focus on different things. Okay. We also provide add-on services here. So I mean, if you are new to Malaysia or Singapore, if you're not from Malaysia or Singapore, we do provide transportation services. If you need, right, we can help you arrange. They're not free, but we can help you arrange transport from Singapore Senai Airport. Within JB, we also can arrange hotel Airbnb services if you need, right? Recommendations as well. Since we are JB locals, we can tell you what to do. This is things that a lot of owners tend to ask us often. So we really provide it, right? Some of these things we do for free, some we charge, like education, schools, healthcare, all this we can recommend. Malaysia, my second home, we do have a third party MM2H agent that can help with this. If you want to apply MM2H, as well as simple things like foreign currency exchange services, we can also recommend where to change money, right? If you are from China or Singapore, we can also transfer the rental income from Malaysia to China or Singapore, right? We can transfer overseas transfer to you, right? You don't necessarily need a Malaysia bank account to collect the rental. We can collect for you and then transfer to your home country, China, Singapore, or anywhere. So these are services we provide for owners as well. Okay. So let me talk a little bit about rental and furnishing now. A lot of it's a function of supply and demand, as I put up here. So very important to understand supply and demand. So let me explain to you why furnishing is important. Now, there could be in the market, right, demand for property, right? And of course, R&F today, we are very lucky if you're an R&F owner that there's a lot of demand for R&F. But you must understand, even in R&F, right, let's assume that the market has 10,000 units, right? And the demand is on 6,000, right? Let's say a poor market, right? So why, out of the 10,000 units, which will tenants choose, right? Out of the 10,000. So if there are only 6,000 tenants, 10,000 units, right? Which one will the tenants choose? So the units, the tenant will always choose the best 6,000 units, right? So we are trying to show you that how do you become the best 6,000 units is a function of your location. So R&F location is very good, so you sure win. You beat a lot of people when it comes to location, right? Pricing is the third one. Okay, so pricing we'll talk about later. Luckily in R&F you can have charge premium pricing. And the third function actually function and design. Now a lot of owners, right, they ask me, Ryan, how nice do I need to furnish my property to get a tenant? Now a lot of people, I would recommend to furnish nice, right? Get a property manager to furnish for you, because we know what tenants want, right? My partner Ben and a lot of the agents that we work with, we already do so many units, right? We already have a rough idea what is good enough, what is too much, what is not enough. Okay, so when you get property manager, your defects get submitted faster, fixed faster. Why fixed faster? Because we also know the defect team. We also know who are the building manager. We have their phone numbers. They talk to us often. We talk to them often. They know us, so they trust us. They reply our messages more often. Okay, so we can get things done faster, basically speaking, compared to yourself or any other person that you might see there. And because we know the market condition better, we can renovate, furnish your unit faster, get your unit into the market faster, right? And of course, tenants don't like incomplete units. I'll talk to you about that later, or not nice units. So indirectly, you save time, save money. A nice design give you advantage, because when people enter, they have a good first impression and they want to rent your unit because hey, this unit nice, they want to rent. Okay, so don't DIY. Let me explain to you. Don't DIY unless you're an interior designer or you very good eye for design. Okay, or you got a lot of time. Okay, so this is a photo of an old unit I used to take long time ago. Singapore owner, right? She showed me a photo of this unit and said, hey Ryan, this unit I want to rent to high price and good tenant, right? She said I'm foreigner, Korea tenant, Japanese tenant. I said Korea tenant, Japanese tenant don't rent this type unit one day. This kind of furnishing, which she bought herself. Like all this furniture, she went to a furniture shop and she buy herself. She got it cheap, yes, but like that, how to say, not nice. Not nice, right? You will not get quality tenant or good rental rate with this kind of furniture. Even if R&F demand is so high, your tenant may not want to rent a unit just because the furnishing is just too lousy. Okay, this is a similar scenario, right? Another photo sent to me by another unit, right? Also Singapore owner, right? I don't know why sometimes they buy the furniture too cheap, and 真的是 not nice to see. And then You compare to example, these are my units, right? This is an example of units I used to do before, right? My photos are taken better. We have quality, our photo taking also better, okay? And we put in nice furniture, look nice. Yes, we spend a little bit more money, but we don't spend too much money, okay? You want to do furnishing, of course, it's very, very cheap DIY. You buy those package from those cheap furniture shop. Yes, there is such thing. And there's also like us where we are in somewhere in the middle. You don't spend too much, but you spend enough, right? Spend money in the right place, right? And a bit of decor, things like carpet, all this, like small money, but it will give a very big impact in the long term, right? So this is what I do. Compare tenant will prefer units like this compared to those earlier photos. So this is what I mean by spend enough but don't spend too much. And then spend too much, what's the opposite of spend too much? What's the opposite of spend too little? Spend too much. Spend too much means they will go and do custom furniture, a lot of carpentry work, buy expensive bed, expensive light, which are in many cases not necessary. Okay, not necessary. So you right, you buy marble table, at least it's nice. Yeah, I'm not saying the furniture not nice, right? You may like it, but tenant also will like it. Of course, you buy nice things, who will say no, right? But the tenant can actually make do with less. Okay, especially if you're gonna rent out to people like Malaysians from Singapore working in Singapore, right? No need to give too nice, unless your unit is a nicer unit. Maybe you have very fantastic sea view, or you want to do Airbnb, then yes, we can probably spend a bit more on furniture. But in many, many cases, if you're going to do long-term rental, I think it's not really necessary. Okay. So our furnishing packages, right, for R&F, this is our baseline pricing. So for studio units in R&F, we are looking at 15,000 end to end, cover everything, yeah, in this list. So we'll do feature walls. So when we say feature wall, means we'll paint the wall and or do the wainscotings on the wall, right? I don't know if you know what wainscoting is. It's very nice, those wooden frames, right, to give some style to the unit. All the lighting, ceiling fans, curtain or blinds, dining table, dining chair, sofa, coffee table, TV console, carpets, right, beds, proper beds, right, with the bed head, everything, the whole bed frame, mattress, spring mattress, they are not foam mattress, okay, proper bedside tables and or study tables. We always try to put a study table in the room if we can, because I think it's important to have a tenant have their own table, right? Wardrobe if required. We even put the bed sheets, the pillows, some quilts, some decoration, so the house looks like a home, right? We want it to be a bit warm, don't feel too cold, but don't spend too much money. TV, fridge, washing machine also included. Proper cleaning, so your house is like brand new. And of course, we manage this proper project well. We have proper full-time people to look at each unit that we're doing. Okay, so this is the pricing for that, right? You're not going to spend more than I think 10,000 Singapore dollars in for 3 bedrooms or below, right? To get the whole unit done up. I think it's very, very important to do up, right? And you can get a good tenant or rent out faster for higher. Okay, so these are some photos of the furniture that we provide. Right. Again, don't spend too much money. Lightings, if you don't want lighting, don't want pendant light, we can also put the fan. But I think the light is a nice design touch, right? Sofa, beds. I mean, we will adjust the furniture based on prices. Now, these packages are not die, right? If you have your own fan or own TV, for example, we are okay to remove it, right? Extra one in your house, we can exchange, no big problem. But this is the baseline package that we have, adjustable based on any specific scenario that you might require, right? If you don't like a certain bed, you want a nicer one or don't want a nicer one, we can always talk about it and adjust for you, okay? So I'm going to talk a bit about rental guide. So as an owner in property owner in Malaysia, if you want to rent out, right, the tenant will pay 1 month deposit to book a unit, right? And of course, in total, you will collect 2 months security deposit, 1 month advance rental, and half a month as a utilities deposit for water, electricity. In Malaysia, we also collect this half month for water, electricity, because the water and electricity meter are still in the landlord name usually, right? And the tenant will also pay for the stamp duty for the tenancy agreement, right? For the tenancy agreement, okay? You do pay the agents who find the tenant for you 1 month rental, right? This is regardless of 1 year, 2 year lease. Normally 1 year lease is 1 month. 2 year lease normally we charge a little bit more, maybe up to 1.25 maximum months, right, for the commission. Okay, tenants, normally the property agent do not provide tenant management, right? They will help the tenant check in. After that, they bye-bye and they don't really fully manage the tenant. Or if they do, they will charge you. It's not free. Okay, so a bit different from Singapore, right? And these are the responsibilities for landlord and tenant. You can quickly read through. So taxes, maintenance fees, all paid by the owner, right? Major repair, especially structure, for example, leaking, interfloor leaking, all these are covered by the owner, right? Wear and tear are also covered by the owner, right? Normally we put into our TA that anything above 300 ringgit, right, cost, right, will be covered by the owner. This is similar to a Singapore tenancy agreement. And small repairs like light bulb, all this, the tenant will pay for it because this is wear and tear. And normally we give like the tenant like 1 month like warranty period when they move in, right? So that within the first month, everything is in the house should be working, like not spoiled. If it's spoiled, then we replace for them, right? And of course, landlord will cover major servicing for aircon, right? If required. Tenant will pay for water, electricity, as per their usage, right? Internet as well as per their usage. And normally, first 300 ringgit they will pay themselves, minor costs, and anything which is very obviously their cost also they will pay lah. Minor servicing aircon also they will pay, right? All this will be arranged by us as the property manager to ensure that all these are smooth. We try to minimize the landlord involvement in this so that you can really have efficient, don't have headache or worry about this kind of issues. Okay. I'm going to talk shortly about co-living. Now, co-living, as you know, is where we rent out by rooms, right? Renting out by rooms give a higher income, okay? But of course, that means a lot more tenants for you to manage. So normally what we do is, Good Life, we will rent from you, right? If you own a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, or a dual key unit, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, dual key, we can discuss this program where I rent from you, and then I will then take your unit to rent out by rooms. I will sublease out by rooms, okay? So I make a small margin as a differential, but I will handle all the tenants, right? So we do have tenants in R&F who want to do this because their budget is lower and they are okay to rent by rooms. So confirm you get the good thing for you as an owner is that I rent from you, right? So I definitely you feel safer, and I will rent from you on a long lease. Usually I will sign a 2-year lease with you, and it's hassle free lah. So again, 3-room, 4-room or dual key, right? I will make a small margin as the when I rent out my rooms again. Okay, so this is what we call co-living program. If you have a unit of such size, we can talk about it. Right. The other question that I also always get a lot is Airbnb, or what we call homestay in Malaysia. Malaysia, this term is normally called homestay, right? Singapore, we always call it Airbnb. Now, in Singapore, you cannot do Airbnb, right? But in Malaysia, you can. The government laws of Malaysia allow you to do Airbnb. So basically what we do is we have a 70-30 arrangement so that you as an owner take 70%, I take 30%. And this is after we deduct cleaning, utilities costs, right? So after minus cost, we split the balance income 70 to owner, 30 to me, right? Because there's a lot of tourism in JB today, so a lot of people like to consider this option, right? The only thing with Airbnb is that there will be a fluctuation in income. So sometimes the income is high, sometimes the income is low. Like for example, June school holidays or December school holidays, income is very high. From Airbnb, you get very, very high income. But other low period like April, March, right, the income will drop because there's not as much tourism. So the other thing that owners may like is that Airbnb, you can stay as an owner during the off-peak period. So during off-peak period, you can come and stay, right? So some retiree owners or holiday home owners in Singapore like this concept because you can come and stay during the off-peak period, okay? Which is one of the benefits of this program. So in this, we normally provide 7 days a year free to the owners, and the balance days are chargeable at a discounted rate, right? If you want to stay in your own unit during off-peak period. So you ask me a question, Ryan, so which one is better? Which one do I get more income, long-term or Airbnb? I have a feeling now because long-term rates in R&F now are very good, that actually if you do long-term, your income you collect is higher. It's more stable because every month you know what you're getting, right? You don't have any uncertainty, this month will be high or low. So I feel that long-term, you will get more income. But if you are the type that you want to come and stay in your JB property every now and then, you don't really care about income. I mean, maybe some income of course is good lah, of course, cannot be too low, of course. Some income is good to pay off some costs, right? You want to come and stay in JB every now and then I think Airbnb is more suitable for you. We also provide Airbnb services for the owners, okay? So thank you very much. I hope this video was useful to you and clarified a lot about what we, Good Life Real Estate, provide as property managers at R&F. If you have any questions, feel free to drop us an email at hello@goodliferealestate.my, or you can WhatsApp me at my Singapore number here or my Malaysian number here. Right, this is my Facebook or Malaysian Investors in Singapore. Right, you can also scan to join our mailing list for more information about properties in Johor. Right, but I do suggest that if you're an R&F Princess owner, R&F Princess Cove owner, or if you know any R&F Princess Cove owner, come and contact me. When you come and have key collection date, when you know when you're getting your keys, I'll meet you there. I'll see you face to face and we'll explain everything face to face to you, right? And maybe show you some other sample units that we are working on right now, because we already start to do furnishing for some units in R&F already. Some owners have already passed the key to us. So we are already doing defect checks right now, and we are waiting to do some works in the unit. We're actually doing some works already, actually, because some unit no electricity yet. Okay, so I can show you those units when you come, right? I'm sure we'll be very busy in June or July, because that's when most owners are putting their keys. So I better do this video now and send out to everybody so you all can watch this video and understand what we're doing. So thank you very much. Like I said, if you like our videos, do like, share, and subscribe, or share with your friends who are interested to buy property in Johor. And again, if you're an R&F Cove owner, please contact us at my numbers here below, and we are more than happy to give you a non-obligatory discussion and tour, as well as help you during your key collection day, and also do defect submission checks for you for free. All right, take advantage of our promotion while it still lasts. Okay, thank you very much, and bye bye.